Hello everyone, welcome back. This video lecture for class 8 subject science chapter number 8 and that is cell structure and functions. So dear students, in previous video lecture we have already started revision portion of this chapter and half chapter we have almost completed. Hope so you all have understood. Let us start today's topic, that is already discussed about. We have there are variation in the cells size, shape and color, isn't it? Or there are varies, they all cells are varies from shape, size and colors. And in previous video lecture we already discussed like RBCs, muscle cells and nerve cells. Like so there are other cells in our body which are having a specialized function, isn't it? So according to today's topic, I want to discuss that nerve cells, isn't it? Nerve cell, elongated cells, RBCs are spherical in shapes and muscles are cylindrical, isn't it? So we have discussed also about the nerve cells, what are the functions of the nerve cells. So by this topic we can understand all cells which are in our body, which all are in different organisms like multicellular organisms. They all are having specialized function and they all are vary from size, shape and color. Moving further, the next very much important topic of this chapter, that is nucleus. What is nucleus and what is cytoplasm? Before that I want to explain one more thing. Okay, before this I want to explain one more thing. As I explained you that amoeba is the amoeba having irregular shape of the cell, isn't it? Because all functions of its body are done by a single cell. So it is named as unicellular organism and its cells it has no definite shape, that we already talked about. So whenever he need food and whenever he want to move, it change its body shape. Likewise, if we talk about in our body, WBCs are also there. As we talk about RBCs, that means red blood cells. WBC means white blood cells. That you know. I hope you all have know. White blood cells. Likewise, RBC means red blood cells. So in our body, if we talk about WBC cells, they are also having indefinite shape. They are also having indefinite shape in our organisms, isn't it, in our body. So हमने अभी बात की amoeba is also having an indefinite shape. Likewise, WBCs are also having irregular shape. But the thing is, there is very much difference in between of both of them that we need to understand, isn't it? That amoeba is the single unicellular organism. It is full facet organism. Clear? It is full facet organism, but it is not like that WBC. WBC is the part of our body. WBCs are the cells which function in our body to protect the diseases and all, isn't it? So WBCs are having irregular cells. WBCs are irregular shaped cells. Likewise, amoeba is also irregular shaped cell, but amoeba is a full facet organism, but WBC is not like that. Clear? Now come to the point that is again important of this chapter, that is cell. What is cell? As we all talked about the function, the structure of the cell, how it working in our body. So cell is covered with a cell membrane. As we are able to see here, the line which is surrounded by the cell, that is known as cell membrane. That is known as cell membrane. So this wall is only which separate the cells from its surrounding. Okay. So what is cell membrane? Cell membrane is the outer covering of any cell, isn't it? Likewise, there is a nucleus in our body. There is a nucleus in any cell. कोई भी type का cell हो, that is having also nucleus, isn't it? And nucleus is also having a cell wall that is known as nucleus wall, that is known as nucleus membrane. Cell is having a outer covering line that is known as cell membrane, and nucleus is also having a covered line that separates the nucleus to cytoplasm. This except this round spherical part, the remaining part of this cell is known as cytoplasm. This is a jelly like structure, isn't it? This is a jelly like structure. If we talk about cytoplasm, it is a jelly like substance which is present between the nucleus and cell membrane, as I talked to you. This is cell membrane, and here the fixed structure that is known as nucleus. So in between of cells membrane and nucleus, cytoplasm is located, isn't it? There are various other organelles present in the cytoplasm, as you are able to see these different types of, here are the different types of structure is given, isn't it, which are mixed with cytoplasm. So these are various organelles. Clear? So here are the various organelles which are located in cytoplasm, that is jelly like substance, isn't it? It is made up of carbohydrates, proteins and water. Clear? It is, that means cytoplasm. Cytoplasm is made up of we can say proteins, carbohydrates and water. Clear? Moving further, the next thing that is mentioned here, nucleus. That is nucleus. Now what is the nucleus of a cell? Nucleus is a spherical dense body. Nucleus is a spherical dense structure situated commonly on the center of the cell. In animal cell, if we talk about in animal cell, nucleus always situated into center of the cell or little bit side of the cell, but it is generally located in the center of cell. But plant cell, that we will discuss later on, in plant cell nucleus is located inside of the cell. Okay, so nucleus membrane separate the nucleus from the cytoplasm. Nucleus membrane separate the nucleus from the cytoplasm. That means here the structure is seen here, that is totally different from cytoplasm. So in cytoplasm, the structure which is in spherical in size, by this thing we can understand that is a nucleus, isn't it? And in between of the nucleus, what is located, that is known as ribosomes. So nucleus membrane separates the nucleus from cytoplasm. It contains genetic material. It contains, that means nucleus contains genetic, this red structure is seen, that is known as genetic material, isn't it? Like what is the genetic material? Like DNA and RNA. DNA and RNA, which are the genetic material which transport the characters of parents to offspring, isn't it? So nucleus membrane allows the transfer of material in the nucleus and cytoplasm. Okay, what is the function of nucleus membrane? Nuclear membrane, here already talked about, this is the nucleus and this wall which separates the nucleus from the cytoplasm. This wall is known as nuclear membrane. Okay, this wall is known as nuclear membrane, and this membrane allow the transfer of material in the nucleus and cytoplasm. So we can say this wall is permeable. Okay, this wall is permeable, which allow the materials, which exchange the materials from cytoplasm to nucleus and nucleus to cytoplasm. So this wall is working like, helping like exchange of the things. Okay, exchange of the things, and this wall is known as nuclear membrane. Okay, this wall is known as nuclear membrane and this wall is known as cell membrane. Cell membrane. Moving further, the next thing of this chapter, this is that is it also contains the thread-like structure called chromosomes. Okay, this thread-like structure which is seen in between of the, that is red colored structure. This red colored structure, which is thread-like structure, is known as chromosomes. Okay, this structure is known as chromosomes. Fine. And this green one structure, that is known as genetic materials, which is having genetic material, and that means DNA and RNA. So in center of the nucleus, that is genetic material, and surrounded of the genetic material, that are the red structure, which is thread like structure, that is known as chromosomes. Fine. Chromosomes, which are genetic material, nucleus control the various functions of the cell. Okay, again repeating, it also contains the thread-like structure called chromosomes, which are genetic materials. Nucleus control the various functions of the cell. Okay, what is the function of the nucleus? Nucleus is the control. It is like a brain of the nucleus. Okay, it is like a brain of a cell. Cell के जितने भी functions हैं, that all are controlled by the nucleus. So we can say nucleus is the brain of any cell. Clear? So this is the basic structure of nucleus and this is the basic structure of the cell, which is having nucleus and cytoplasm. Moving further, the small organelles which are included in nucleus, which containing the cell, that is mitochondria. As you are able to see here in the figure, this is the figure of mitochondria. This is cell membrane that I already explained. Middle one part, that is known as nucleus. This is nucleus membrane. Here these are red structure, that is known as ribosome, nuclear membrane, Golgi body. These are the Golgi small structure like bodies, that is Golgi body. This jelly like white colored structure, pink one and white one, small structure, that is known as cytoplasm. So these different organelles containing into the cell. Now here one more important thing which I want to explain, that is, just a minute. Yes, we can say the cells are vary in size, that we already explained. So here is the figure of the image of the elephant. An elephant is given, and this is the figure of a rat. So what is the difference in the elephant and rat? We can say both are having sizes different, both body size is different. Though elephant is having a large body, a huge body, and rather than rat is having a very small body, isn't it? So what about the cells? If we talk about the size of the cells in two type of the organism, here is the example only of two type of animals. We are talking all about of the organism which are multicellular organisms. So in their body, if we talk about, here is the example of given of nerve cells, isn't it? As you are able to see, the nerve cells. So यहाँ पे nerve cell दिया हुआ है ना? So what do you think that if the nerve cell of elephant or nerve cells of an rat, what is the difference in between of two? So can we say that the nerve cells in elephant will be bigger in size in comparison of the rat? No, there is no difference in their cells. Either it is a huge body having, or either the organism is having huge body or in smaller in size. In both of their body, the cell size would be same, isn't it? So we can say there is no connection in between of the size of the body and size of the cell. That's both sizes. So size of the cell has no relation in size of body of the organism. A very much good example to understand human cheek cell, that is human cheek cell. So by human cheek cell you can understand what is the structure or what is the structure of any cell. So what we have to do, we have to do one experiment, isn't it? So first of all, we have to take a matchstick. What we have to understand the cheek cells, to understand the structure of cheek cell, we have to take a matchstick with this tip broken scarp, okay, with the tip broken scarp. Then what we have to do, you have to scarp inside your cheek without hurting it, okay, without hurting it, we have to scarp inside your cheek. Place it in a drop of water on a glass slide. Then you have to add a drop of iodine to test it, okay, to test its starch, and cover it with a cover slip. Then we have to cover it. What you will observe, we have to observe with the help of obvious only microscope. Only with the help of microscope you can observe the cheek cell. We observe that the cheek cell also contains cell membrane, as you are able to see when you put down that cell structure material which you taken out with the help of the matchstick tip broken. So you will find that the cheek cell also containing cell membrane, isn't it? Clear? So cytoplasm, there would be cell membrane, cytoplasm and nucleus. These three things you can easily see with the help of microscope. So there is no cell wall in the animal cell. This is very important thing. This is very important thing. There is no cell wall in the animal cell. That means in animal cell, in organism, in we people, except the plant, whatever the plants, animal cells on this planet, all type of multicellular cells are having no cell wall. There is no cell wall, or we can say cell wall is absent in the animal cell. So here is the example of given animal cell. As you are able to see in this figure, animal cell is present only, cell wall is present only in plant cell. As you are able to see here, this is the cell wall, okay, this is the cell wall and this is the plant cell. See, plant cell generally it is in rectangular or a square, like little bit down or up like shape, isn't it? So cell wall gives the shape to the cell, rigid shape. Which type of shape it gives? It gives the rigid shape to the plant cell, isn't it? Now what is the function of the cell wall? Why it is present only in plants but not in animals, not on other human beings also? So what is the reason behind it? So we can say cell wall is present only in plant cell because the main reason is its function to protect, because we know the a plant can't move physically, isn't it? Plant cannot move physically from one location to another. So it need also protection from climate, humidity, amount of the humidity, then wind, temperature conditions, moisture conditions. We know there are lot of variation, है ना, lot of variation in climate. So how the plant protect itself from these all type of condition? So to protect such type of condition, there is cell wall is present in the plant cell, which protect the plant from different type of condition, isn't it? So we can say only plant cell having cell wall, but if we talk about animal cell, there is cell wall is absent. Clear? The other thing which we want to explain, vacuoles, okay, that's the thing, that is the vacuoles. So now what is the vacuoles? Vacuoles are the blank looking structure. They are, as you are able to see here, this is the animal cell. Animal cell is having number of numerous vacuoles, isn't it? Animal cells is having numerous vacuoles, and these are the blank looking structure in the cytoplasm. Vacuoles are located into the cytoplasm, which is having jelly-like structure, and vacuoles are blank looking structure, isn't it? So such structure is known as vacuoles. But if we talk about plant cell, in plant cell there is only one vacuole. As you are able to see, there is only one vacuole, and vacuole give a side to the nucleus. Give a site to a nucleus. So it is always present in a side of a cell. To give a site to a nucleus, it is present only in a one side of the plant cell. But if we talk about animal cell, it is located in different places at the cell. Clear? So till here we have completed this chapter's almost things. One more thing which I want to explain, that is prokaryotes or eukaryotes. Okay, that is prokaryotes and eukaryotes. What is the difference between the prokaryotes and eukaryotes? So here we can say, just a minute, prokaryotes are the prokaryotes. Here the example is given. They do not have well organized nucleus. Okay, they do not have well organized nucleus. But if we talk about eukaryotes, in animal cells, they are eukaryotes. We can say the cells having nuclear material without nuclear membrane. Okay, the cells having nuclear material but they don't have nuclear membrane are termed as prokaryote cells. Okay, prokaryote cells, the cells, that means they have nucleus materials is also there, but there is nuclear membrane is absent in this type of cells. Okay, so such type of cells are known as prokaryotes. Example, bacteria and blue algae, as if the example is given here. Bacteria and blue algae, they don't have well organized nucleus, isn't it? But if we talk about eukaryotic cells, this is prokaryotic, है ना, and here is the eukaryotic cells. So this cells well organized, इनके cells well organized nucleus होते हैं and with a nuclear membrane is also. So we can say in such type of cells, in such type of organism where nuclear membrane is present, that type of cells is known as eukaryotic cells. The organism which these kind of cells are called eukaryotes. For example, all organisms other than bacteria and blue-green algae, except the blue-green algae and bacteria, all type of organisms have eukaryotic cells. That means the cells well organized with a nucleus and including nuclear membrane is also present there. So, hope so you all have understood today's topic. In next video lecture, we will meet with some other interesting topic. Till that, stay healthy. Have a good day ahead.